Oh, hi! I'm Barry Joseph with the Brooklyn Seltzer Museum. Welcome to From Likes to Lines, boosting attendance with Insta Collabs. Come walk with me. I want to start with a question. What do you get when you mix fizzy water, Instagram collabs, and a little museum magic? You get a sold-out festival with a 20-time jump in attendance, all without spending a dime on ads. That's exactly what happened when we ran Brooklyn Seltzer Fest 2025, our signature event. In this session, I'll walk you through how we grew from 75 people at our first event to selling out in our second year with more than 600 paying attendees, and boosted the reach of our Instagram monthly views from about 5,000 to more than 150,000. And we did it on a shoestring. No ad budget, no big media buy, just a lot of creativity, partnership, and seltzer. By the end, I want you, museum professionals like me, to see that you can do a lot with a little. If we can sell out fizzy water, you can do it with fossils, art, or whatever's in your collection. So let's rewind to January, about 3 months before Seltzer Fest. We had just come off a small event from 2024. 75 people came to this space. It was great. Everyone had fun, but it felt a little tight. For the second time around this year, we set our sights higher. We were hoping for 200, wishing for 300. We thought if we hit that, that would be amazing. But what happened blew those numbers out of the water. Or out of the seltzer? In any case, we sold out in advance. 600 tickets gone. And here's the thing, it wasn't luck. We created a system, one that built excitement, reached new audiences, and invited our partners to join in spreading the word. Now, early on we noticed something surprising. Our Instagram posts, even the simplest ones, were driving way more ticket sales than our traditional media. We had a lovely write-up in the New York Times. I mean, who doesn't love that? It certainly gave us credibility, but it didn't move tickets the way a single good post could. That was our first aha moment. So instead of doubling down on media, we doubled down on social. We asked ourselves, how do we make every post do more than one job? We started using Instagram's collaboration feature, that little tool that lets one post appear on more than one account at a time. That one small change turned every partnership into a multiplier. When we posted something with, say, a local donut shop, it didn't just show up in our feed, it showed up on theirs too, automatically reaching their followers. We realized if we can get every vendor, sponsor, and performer to share a collab with us, we tap into their audiences while giving them great content to show off. So that became our foundation, the Collab Everything strategy. We started early in January, long before the first ticket sold. We reached out to every event partner, every vendor, every funder, and we said, hey, let's work together. We'll make you look good. We'll make us look good. And we'll do it through Instagram collabs. We made customized graphics for each partner using the same Photoshop template and swapped in their logo, photo, or product. It took maybe 2 minutes per partner. We then sent them the post and said, approve the collab request, and voila, it'll show on both of our feeds. We didn't just ask them to share our stuff. We gave them content that made them look good. That was the shift. Instead of just promoting Seltzer Fest, we promoted our partners, and by doing so, promoted the event itself. At the same time, we connected with influencers, local foodies, family bloggers, beverage reviewers, and invited them to run contests. They gave away free tickets, and we did the collab post together.
When you think egg cream, you think of one place in New York, and that's the Lexington Candy Shop. For over 100 years, they've been doing their thing. Egg creams, milkshake. Candy Shop is going to be an exhibitor at the Seltzer Fest on the 16th, and we're actually going to run a giveaway, Brooklyn Seltzer Museum and me. So basically, like this post, share this post, tell a friend, follow both Brooklyn Seltzer Museum and Maddie Eats for a chance to win a pair of 2 tickets. And for those that don't know what an egg cream is, it's seltzer, of course, milk, okay, and chocolate syrup. That's it. No eggs in there whatsoever. A little bit tricky, I know. See us on the 16th.
And because Instagram loves that kind of cross-pollination, the algorithm boosted those posts far beyond what we could have done on our own. By mid-February, we could feel it. Our reach had exploded. Every new post found new followers. Ticket sales started jumping, and we hadn't even spent a cent. It also helped that we had a celebrity judge who posted his own original content and tagged us to be his collaborator. And it didn't stop when the festival ended. After the event, we flipped the script. We ran collabs again, but this time using their photos and their videos from the event. And we also used our own videos and photos as well, keeping the energy alive.
So Benny, in your bio, it said you mix a meat and egg cream. How do you put yours together?
Well, it's very classic. You know, it's just the bare essentials. I'm a big fan. I don't want to say I have to way up to me, like, but I'm interested in seeing the different ways that the syrup is added to the glass. I think that is a big part of the egg cream, personally. But the egg cream is very uniquely New York. I think it's the fact that there's no egg in it at all. I still don't know why it's called egg cream.
Within weeks, something cool started happening. People who we had promoted wanted to return the favor. They invited us to collab on their events. And just like that, we were now reaching entirely new communities. Soda collectors, vintage fans, Brooklyn foodies, all from the momentum of one festival. That's when it really clicked for me. Social media isn't about shouting louder. It's about connecting circles. Every partner, every influencer, every fan becomes a new ripple. We then integrated Insta collabs into all of our practices. For example, when we launched our app this summer with Bloomberg Connect, we jumped at the chance to work with them. We were so excited to promote the app's content that they would pay to promote. Here's the video we chose to repackage, something we'd already made for the app. A treadle is a foot-powered lever mechanism. Step on the treadle. Notice how this expands the mechanism to create space for a seltzer siphon to be placed inside the device. Its tin head upside down in position to receive a cold blast of seltzer. Now pull the handle that once unleashed the seltzer. Imagine the pressure building inside the glass siphon. Imagine watching the gauge to know the right time to release and unlatch your filled bottle. And this is what we found. 90% of the traffic to that post came in through our collab partner. Okay, that's the story part. Now let's shift gears and look at how this all actually works, the nuts and the bolts. If you're running social for your museum, grab a notebook because this next part is your toolkit. Let's start with the basics. The difference between posts, stories, and reels. A post is your classic photo or carousel. It lives permanently on your feed. Great for announcements, event countdowns, or partner highlights. A story disappears after 24 hours, but it's perfect for real-time updates, behind-the-scene moments, or quick reminders. Think of it like your museum's daily pulse. And a reel, that's your short video content. It's discoverable by people who don't already follow you. That's where growth happens. We use all three strategies. Posts for evergreen partner collabs, stories for reminders and updates, and reels for energy and reach. Now the magic feature, collabs. Here's how to do it. I created a post about just this talk, using the template created for speakers, and then added Museum Next as a partner. Here's how it worked. First, I had to write my post, which I did in my Notes app. I didn't want to do that in Instagram. Then I copied it and opened up the app. In the app, I wanted to first make sure I was logged into the right account. I didn't want to post it to the wrong organization. And once I was in, I clicked on the plus in the middle on the bottom to make a new post. I grabbed the image I had prepared. Looks good to me. I could have put in an audio. I do that sometimes, but I didn't this time. And then I just went into where I add a caption and I pasted. Now, the next thing I have to do is establish that I want someone to be a collaborator. Now, I already had pasted it in, so it didn't know who I was looking for. So I had to find where Museum Next Learning was. No, not shameless ploy. Scroll higher, a little higher. And what I want to do is, there it is. What I want to do is start deleting it, actually. I'm going to go to the last letter and delete just the last letter. That will force Instagram to start looking for anything with that name. There it is, Museum Next Learning. Now I'm going to tap on it, and it says, do you want to invite it? I say yes, and it says invited. Now I'm going to review my post just to make sure it looks good. Yep, it's doing the spacing right. The paragraph breaks. Looks good. All right. Now at the bottom, I'm just going to hit share. Invite collaborators. It's reminding me. Yep, that's what I want. All right, very good. I don't need to worry about that. Yep, put a location. All right, it says posting too. So while Instagram's open, it's going to be posting. You don't want to leave Instagram. It's actually going to stop or pause it. Meanwhile, I'm going to watch some other people I follow talk about Halloween. Posting. Waiting for the finish to post. There it is, added to Brooklyn Museum, and it shows me right there. That's what it looks like. So that's there right in my feed, but it says Museum Next Learning was invited, but hasn't accepted yet. So that's notifying me of its current status. That'll always tell me the status. Now, this is what Museum Next Learning saw. This is their feed. I asked them to film themselves. They went to one of the many locations that tells them there's something to do. It says review in the lower right. It says they've been invited by us to be a collaborator. They click on review. It explains it. All they have to do is hit accept. It is now processed. And in the bottom, it says you're now a collaborator on this post. There's my feed on the left, telling me, notifying me that Museum Next has accepted. In the middle, anybody clicking on the post will see both. And on the right, we see Museum Next Learning, and there it is, just seen. Likes, comments, and shares are shared between accounts. It's one of the simplest, most powerful tools on Instagram, and it costs nothing. Now imagine doing that for 10 partners, 20, 30. That's how you multiply your reach. Next tip, save yourself hours with a Photoshop template. We designed one square post, 1080 by 1080 pixels, with spots for their logo, their photo, and the partner's logo. Then every time we had a new partner, we just dropped in their image, changed the text, exported, done. 2 minutes. Consistency built recognition. Every post looked part of a family, but each one spotlighted something new. That balance, consistent and personalized, made it easy for partners to say yes. So when to use a post, reel, or story? Again, the rules we follow. Posts for long-term announcements and collabs. Reels, anything with movement, fizzing bottles behind the scenes, people talking. But keep in mind, this algorithm sends these to non-followers. So that means you will always be introducing yourself to this audience. And finally, stories. Daily, lightweight, authentic. These go to your existing followers, the people who already know you. So that's how we did it. How the Brooklyn Seltzer Museum turned a neighborhood event into a sold-out festival, reaching more people than we ever thought possible. We sold out 600 tickets with $0 spent on advertising. And the best part, the relationships we built through the collabs keep growing today. If there's one thing I hope you take away, it's this. Collaboration is marketing. But that doesn't mean it has to be purely transactional. Instead, it can be about building a community. And when you connect your audiences with your partners, everybody wins. And hey, if you'd like to see how this works firsthand, reach out. Let's do a collab together. Whether it's a post, a reel, or something new, we'd love to help you spread the word and keep the fizz going.